James Burrows. James Burrows dies at 85. James Burrows, who helped create volumes of laughter as director of more than 1,000 episodes of such classic television comedies as Cheers, Taxi, Friends, and Will and Grace, died Friday. He was 85. His family confirmed his death in a statement to People, saying he passed away peacefully today, surrounded by his family. No location or cause of death was provided. Burrows spent his career behind the camera specializing in situation comedies. Few viewers recognized him or knew his name, other than to see it flash quickly on the screen in the opening credits. But they knew his work. Burrows got his start in television relatively late, at age 35 in 1974, directing episodes of The Mary Tyler Moore Show, The Bob Newhart Show, and Laverne and Shirley. He co-created Cheers, directing 243 of the 273 episodes, as well as all 246 episodes of Will and Grace. He also helmed multiple episodes of such hits as Frasier, Friends, and Mike and Molly, and the pilots of 2.5 Men, and The Big Bang Theory. When I direct a television show, I try to reach that sweet spot where the best script meets the best performance and the best chemistry between performers, Burrows wrote in his 2022 memoir, directed by James Burrows. Hitting that exact moment, where these factors land in combination, results in the sweetest and most enduring laugh. His family said, Burrows understood that great comedy was never simply about laughter. It was about humanity, connection, and truth. That understanding became the foundation of a career that forever changed television. But beyond his remarkable achievements, Burrows will be remembered for something even greater: his kindness, generosity, and unwavering belief in the people around him. He possessed a rare ability to make everyone better, and was known for remembering every person he met by name, making colleagues at every level feel seen, valued, and appreciated, the family statement said. The majority of Burrows' shows aired on NBC, whose must-see TV slogan promoted its Thursday night lineup in the early 1990s that included Friends and Frasier. Jimmy Burrows was the man behind the curtain. He knew how to make us laugh, what buttons to push, and was the absolute master of getting the most out of every joke, NBC said in a statement. His loss to the television comedy world is immeasurable. Every time you have a smile on your face watching The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Taxi, Cheers, Will and Grace, Friends and countless others, think of Jimmy, and know he made all our lives funnier. Born James Edward Burrows on December 30, 1940, in Los Angeles, he moved to New York when he was 5 years old. He spent 5 years in the Metropolitan Opera Children's Chorus until his voice started to change. He attended LaGuardia High School of Music and Art. His father was writer, director and producer Abe Burrows, whose Broadway hits included Guys and Dolls and Can. The elder Burrows also mentored Larry Gelbart, future creator and producer of the TV show M***A***S***H. The younger Burrows spent hours of his youth in theaters and studios watching his father work, dining with him at such famed New York haunts as Sardi's and Gallagher's, and meeting celebrities who attended his father's New Year's Eve parties. After earning a bachelor's degree from Oberlin College, Burrows attended the graduate program of the Yale School of Drama, where his classmates included actor-comedian Robert Klein, playwright John Guare, and film director John Badham. At Yale, he was required to take directing classes and he got hooked. Burrows' first sitcom experience was as Burl Ives' dialogue coach on OK Crackerby, which was directed by his father and ran for one season on ABC in 1965. From there, he was an assistant on The Patty Duke Show. He moved back to New York and worked for Broadway producers Lee Guber, Frank Ford and Shelley Gross. He first met actor Moore while working on the Broadway production of Holly Golightly, an adaptation of Breakfast at Tiffany's that was directed by his father. Burroughs eventually worked as a stage manager for various road productions, where he met such actors as Hugh O'Brien, Jar Jar Gabber, and Julie Harris. By 1974, after working in dinner theatre and summer stock, he turned on his television and saw Moore's eponymous TV show. He wrote her a letter asking if there was any opening, small or smaller, at her production company that he could fill, according to his memoir. Moore's husband and business partner, Grant Tinker, invited Burroughs to Los Angeles to direct an episode of the comedy. He apprenticed for MTM Enterprises, which had 4 sitcoms on the air at the same time. Burroughs cited his theatre background for learning how to give actors direction and block out scenes. Tom Dreesen. Tom Dreesen dies at 86. Tom Dreesen, who along with partner Tim Reed formed one of America's first interracial stand-up comedy duos and later spent years as Frank Sinatra's opening act, died Wednesday. He was 86. Dreesen died at his home in Los Angeles, according to publicist Laurie Duvall. A cause of death was not provided. After meeting in Chicago, Dreesen and Reed, who was black, formed Tim and Tom in 1969. Against a backdrop of simmering racial tension, they used humor to address social issues and promote understanding between audiences of different backgrounds. They worked together until the mid-1970s. Reed went on to solo success playing DJ Venus Flytrap on the popular TV sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati, where Dreesen was a guest star. When I was a kid, I found an album he and his comedy partner did called Tim and Tom, and took it home and played it, and it was one of the albums that changed the course of my life. So great, comedian and filmmaker Mike Binder wrote on X. After splitting with Reed, Dreesen honed a solo comedy act, making over 500 national TV appearances, including 60 visits to The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. He also was a frequent guest and sometime guest host on The Late Show with David Letterman. Their friendship dated to the early 1970s, when both worked at the Comedy Store in West Hollywood, California. Dreesen's final TV appearance came last week on Comics Unleashed with Byron Allen, which replaced Stephen Colbert's cancelled CBS Late Night Show. Dreesen was Sinatra's opening act for 14 years and became close with the entertainer. If he loved you, he worshipped the ground you walked on, Dreesen told the Desert Sun newspaper in 2014. In a lot of ways, he was like a father to me. I didn't have a father that really cared that much where I was and what I did. But Frank would give me advice and counsel, and then he was a buddy in a lot of ways. I thought the world of him. Dreesen also toured with Sinatra's fellow Rat Pack member Sammy Davis Jr., as well as Liza Minnelli, Smokey Robinson, Gladys Knight, and Tony Orlando. He was one of the most brilliant comedians of all time. Tonight, he'll once again be opening for Dean, Frank and Sammy. Deanna Martin, a daughter of Dean Martin, posted on X. In 2008, he co-wrote the book Tim and Tom, an American comedy act in black and white, and in 2020 he authored his memoir. Dreesen acted in such TV shows as Columbo, Murder, She Wrote, and Touched by an Angel. His film roles included Spaceballs, Man on the Moon, and Trouble with the Curve, as well as the HBO movies The Rat Pack and Lansky. Dreesen was active in charitable work, motivational speaking and veterans causes, including serving as ambassador for the Gary Sinise Foundation. America lost one of our great comedians and patriots, and I lost a dear friend, Sinise posted on X. He was born on September 11, 1939, in Chicago and raised as one of 8 children in suburban Harvey. He enlisted in the U.S. Navy at age 17, and after getting out in 1960 he returned home to work a series of jobs, including selling insurance. Dreesen is survived by daughters Amy and Jennifer from his marriage to Mary Ellen Subbock, which ended in divorce in 1984, as well as 7 grandchildren. He was preceded in death by his son Tommy.